Who wants big arms? All right, who wants to hit arms first? Your earliest working sets in a workout are your most stimulating, yeah? Whether you do upper lower, push-pull legs, anterior, posterior, you're hitting arms first. The more fresh you are, the more stimulating the movement is. You also gotta pick the right movements. So a good movement in general has 3 traits, yeah? It actually hits the muscle you're trying to grow. So you wouldn't do a leg press to grow your pecs. It has good stability. You're not at risk of literally falling over as you do it. Even if you add weight and reps, you're not gonna fall over. And that leads into the 3rd trait, which is potential for progressive overload, which means adding weight or reps over a long period of time. You know, some movements you do might seem fine at first, but as you add weight, it becomes clear that the potential for progressive overload actually sucks really bad. An example of this would be like a goblet squat. You know, you hold the weight here, you're doing it for 20 pounds. It's easy to hold, but you know, you get stronger over time, and eventually you're holding this 100-pound dumbbell like this. You're not stimulating your quads anymore. Now you're gassing out holding this weight up. So, to hit your biceps, pick a movement with a supinated palms up grip. And so this can be a cable curl or a dumbbell curl or a machine curl, anything like that. All these things have great potential for progressive overload. For your triceps, you're going to do any fixed shoulder movement. Any fixed shoulder movement always hits all 3 heads of the tricep. So push downs like this or an overhead extension like this. Anything like that, you're hitting all 3 heads of your tricep. You're good. Don't worry about doing a bunch of different goofy ass tricep movements. You don't have to. You can do 2 if you want. You don't have to. For your next movement, you need a pronated grip curl, just palms down grip curl. And again, this can be on a cable stack. You can do a free weight easy bar. Just pick one you like, stick to it. Anterior forearm, palm side of your forearm. You want to do wrist flexion. I like to do them on a cable stack with a straight bar. You can do any wrist flexion movement you want. I know some people like to do it where they have their arm on a bench and they have a dumbbell in their hand and they do it like this. That's fine. As long as you're performing wrist flexion, you're making gains. Final movement, wrist extension. It's a similar story. We're doing that. I also do that with a cable stack, but you can do it however you want. You can do it with dumbbells too. It's fine. You're gonna one hit everything 2 to 3 times per week, 0 to 1 reps in reserve, right? So you push to near failure or failure every set. And then this is the part where you ask me, how much volume should I do? What's the right amount of volume?
I don't like volume because it's hard to quantify.
For example, if you do 6 sets a week, but you do all 6 sets in one session, do you think that's gonna be as hypertrophic as doing 6 sets across 3 workouts? Obviously not. Very obviously not. So worry less about volume, think more about intensity and frequency. I do upper lower rest. And every upper day, I do 1 or 2 sets of all these movements. If you do something like push-pull legs, you might be able to afford more volume per workout. Basically, the ideal amount you want to do is as much as you can recover from, which is actually really hard to figure out. Should I do unilateral movements? And unilateral movements are great. They offer more motor unit recruitment. Your brain can only send out so many signals. And the more muscles it sends these signals to, the less amount of signals each muscle receives. So it's like trying to play 2 instances of Minecraft at the same time. Your game's going to run better with just 1 instance running. Your computer will be able to dedicate all its resources to running 1 instance instead of 2. But the big upside of a bilateral movement is time. Bilateral movements, meaning doing a bicep curl with both arms at the same time, they take literally half as long. And sometimes they offer better stability. Like a bilateral lat raise offers better stability because your center of gravity remains the same. If you did it unilaterally, suddenly your center of gravity is shifted to the side and now you're trying to balance yourself. So that's just an example of better stability from a bilateral movement. You might ask, should I use straps? Yes. You never ever want your grip to give out before the targeted muscle. So if you have straps, just use them. I've seen some people say not to use straps for pronated curls. These people are misguided. Your brachioradialis is a elbow flexor. That's what this muscle does. It's an elbow flexor. Your brachioradialis is unaffected by straps. Your wrist extenders are affected by straps. But we're not trying to hit the wrist extenders from a pronated curl. We're trying to hit this big muscle right here. And if we go back to motor unit recruitment, you're missing out on gains by not using straps. I am pro straps. You should use straps. How many reps should you do per set? Well, I wouldn't do less than 5 and I wouldn't do more than 15. Rep ranges are a bit arbitrary. You may have heard this before. I'm sure there's a research paper on PubMed. Anywhere from 5 to 30 reps is going to be roughly equally as hypertrophic. The problem with higher rep sets is that you literally gas out or the pump will burn you out. 8 to 10 is good, 10 to 12 is good, whatever you like really. What about a supination and pronation movement? These movements are fine. You can do them. It's just a bit of a maximalist approach. I don't do these movements, but if you choose to do them, same rules apply. Stability, progressive overload, train hard. Stick to the same movements over a long period of time, you'll get there.